What's up? I want to give you a couple of alternatives to Not Just Bikes for urbanism related content. First up, and this is probably my strongest recommendation, is Strong Towns. This is a non-profit media advocacy organization for urbanism headed by Charles Marone or Chuck Marone. Now, I think they have a YouTube channel, but what I'm really recommending is their book and their articles. I highly recommend their book. And the reason that this is such a strong recommendation for me is because much of urbanism related content and communities kind of veers to the left and more progressive or even leftist kind of communities. And Charles Marone is a self-identified conservative. And I think it's really important to have this perspective because it helps to sway people who may not otherwise be swayed. In particular, one thing that Chuck Marone does very well as the author of this book is explain how 20th century to now American city development practices, suburban sprawl, are so different from all of the city development practices that came before, all the way back to ancient times. He also emphasizes a lot how the suburban pattern of development is often just fiscally irresponsible. Trust me when I say that the perspective and the analysis offered by this book and the organization is extremely valuable and will change the way that you think about urban planning and city design and development and the history of it in North America. Another alternative that I'd like to offer is City Beautiful. City Beautiful is another YouTube channel that is from a urban planner and tends to be maybe a little bit more macro, maybe a little bit more zoomed out sometimes, a little bit more wonky, I think, than Not Just Bikes. There is a lot of content ranging from, the kind of content that you'd expect to very wonky analysis of mayoral systems in North America to how cities get their water, and definitely worth a subscribe. The next channel that I'm going to recommend is called Life Where I'm From, and this is a YouTube channel that is really only 20 to 40%, could be stretched to say the videos are about urbanism, but it's interesting because it's about a Canadian expat or immigrant living in Japan, and it offers, in the same way that Not Just Bikes offers videos about the Netherlands, this channel offers videos about life in Japan. And there's some really interesting perspectives on how the cities are designed and developed there. Also, if you're like me and believe that urbanism and the culture of a place are kind of inextricably intertwined, you'll really enjoy this channel. If there are any resources that you really like for learning about urbanism and just city vibes, just post them in the chat. Post them in the comments. Let me know.